for tuning into my channel. This is going to be a part one of a build series. I'm trying to figure out which kind of Bronco I'm going to order, if I do in fact end up ordering a Bronco. I'm basically torn between either the Badlands or the Wildtrak. Supposedly the Wildtrak is a little more high-speed oriented, as you can see here. The Badlands is more oriented towards rock crawling and whatnot, hence the disconnectable sway bar. But I think, generally speaking, I'm going to try to stay away from giant boulders with a $60,000 truck. Just doesn't seem too right to put that Bronco into those rocks, but I know occasionally we will come across some tougher obstacles, so I know that sway bar disconnect will be pretty nice to use. So right now I'm just trying to decide which one I'm going to go with. So let's move forward with the Badlands build, the four-door, of course. And so you see here the four-door Badlands Bronco. It says it comes with 17-inch machined carbonized gray painted aluminum wheels. They look alright, nothing I'm too thrilled about. I really do want the Sasquatch package. I think that's a must if you get any of these. Totally understand if you don't need it, because most people don't need 35s, but for the trails we do occasionally, I think we'd greatly benefit from throwing 35s on there, especially having beadlocks too. Keep in mind these are actual beadlock wheels, but it's a fake ring. In order to make them actual beadlock, you have to get the actual ring from Ford, but it's not terribly difficult to throw on. Looks like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 bolts, and you have a beadlock, so nothing too crazy. Comes with the brand new mud terrains, supposedly specifically designed for the Bronco, so those should be pretty cool. They actually look kind of cool. I really do, if I'm spending 50 to 60 grand on something, I definitely want it to be a little quieter. So I'm gonna go for the hardtop. I'm gonna put those hardtop sound deadening headliner panels in there too. And for the amount of money, $495, I definitely think it's worth it. Let's see, upgraded bash plates. Already comes with a bunch of skid plates, rock sliders. That's a cool thing about the Badlands, is it comes pre-equipped with most of the stuff you'd already need and want. Brush guard. It looks pretty cool with it on, but I'm going to take it off and show you why later. If you guys think about it, for 90 bucks, you basically have security / insurance for your very expensive, fancy, brand new Ford beadlock wheels. So I think it's common sense to just spend 90 bucks and put wheel locks on there. I do like remote start, so I'm going to throw that guy on there too. Obviously I have to add the mid package, which I was going to add, or end up adding the high package anyway, so we'll do yes. Already comes with LED headlamps, which is ideal. Comes with marine grade vinyl seats, which is what I really like. If there's anything that spills on them, you can easily wash them or wipe them off. Probably won't happen too often, but it's nice knowing that you can. Leather trimmed and vinyl seats for another $2,200 bucks. That just seems a little extreme to me. And I did used to have I believe it was a 2019 Ford Ranger, and I had cloth seats and I loved it, but I was on the forums and they had leather trim seats on Lariats, and they were coming apart prematurely, maybe with like 10,000 miles on them. So I'm not saying these seats will do that. It's just seeing that I would rather go with the marine grade vinyl. And I mean, chances are that these are going to last longer, far longer than those other leather seats. So we'll go with the marine grade vinyl seats. Comes standard with dual zone automatic temperature climate control, which is awesome. If you haven't experienced that before, it's definitely a luxury item that you'll probably want to spec out in every future car. Storage bag. Okay, so it comes standard with a storage bag just for the front row top panels, just for the roof panels. But in advertising, they brag about you can throw your doors back there, but if you have doors back there with no protection, then we all know you're not going to do it, and if you do, you're going to cause thousands of dollars worth of damage to your doors. So spend the extra $350 for both the front row top panels and door bags to protect all your equipment. So it just seems like another common sense thing to get. And for $350, it's not, terrible. Heated steering wheel, don't need that. Might be included in the high package something you get. Actually, I don't think it is, but nothing too pertinent. Let's go to the 12-inch. Now, I'm sure most of you have seen this 12-inch screen. Um, I actually have the screen that it comes with in the Ranger. I think it's the 8-inch, and I was super happy with that. Apple CarPlay was amazing. No complaints with that whatsoever. But if you're gonna, again, spend 50, 60 grand and say you're eventually gonna resell this, it's a possibility. May keep it depending on how things go, but you want to spec it out to where it'd be desirable for others. I know there's a lot of you out there that just want a base Bronco with a base package, maybe Sasquatch package, which is a bitchin' build. And I thought about it, but if you're gonna get up into the 40s already with that, I think it's around there. I don't know. I just feel like you could just add on a couple more things and just make it that much nicer. Now, I am saying like 10 to 15 grand worth of extra stuff if you're to go up in models and whatnot, but I guess it's all just preference. So we're going to go with the 12-inch. And going with the 12-inch makes us get the high package. And the high package includes 12-inch screen, 360-degree camera, which is awesome. I also think it comes with the trail cams and whatnot. So you can actually record what you're doing. So that would be amazing to film all that. In addition to the GoPro mount that already comes with up top. That would just be really cool. Has a forward sensing system, additional sound deadening, definitely like that. And this is what I really like. Some people may not care about this, but this is super useful when you're out there in the middle of the night, getting in and out of your car, going camping. The more light you have, the better, right? And so what this is, on the mirror caps, it's a side view, LED approach lamps, and LED spotlights. So there's basically floodlights that come off of the mirrors that shine onto the ground. I would say maybe 4 to 5 feet away from your car. To me, that just sounds really good. Rather than having to hook up rigid pods, which are far brighter, I'll be honest, but you may not need that anymore if you spec this out. So think of it as money saved. Sync 4, blah blah blah. That's just their standard infotainment system. Don't want a wireless charging pad. If we were to do that, we'd have to go to Lux. I don't want Lux. It just doesn't make sense to go Lux at this point, and I'll show you why later when we compare the packages. All these I'm not worrying about. Connected built-in. Don't need built-in navigation. This is a must. Okay, so now we're talking engine. So I had a 2.3 liter EcoBoost, the same one that's in here, was in my Ranger, and I actually love that thing. That was a really good 4-cylinder, super torquey, good power band. MPG it was decent, not bad. Reliability, had no issues with it. Didn't have it for too long though. So it's definitely powerful, but for $1,900, I think, I don't want to say most people would go for the 2.7 EcoBoost, but again, to me it just makes sense. And if you, again, think resale value. If you're going to sell this again, chances are people would want the bigger engine. And I know there's a lot of people too out there that won't, but that's just how I think. 10-speed select shift automatic transmission. Definitely want the 10-speed. I had that in the Ranger. I actually loved it, so it was good. No complaints there. If you go to 7-speed transmission manual with the crawler gear, takes away all this. So the 2.7 goes away, obviously. Let's see. Can't do remote start. And it looks like it removes the Sasquatch package, and I thought Ford fixed that. They said you could get the Sasquatch package with the crawler gear with the 7-speed, but that's just not my thing. I appreciate it, that would be fun, but when you're crawling and doing, difficult stuff, it's so much easier and just nicer to have an automatic transmission. Going on to packages. So standard package, we're on the Badlands, so it comes with a front stabilizer bar disconnect, electronic locking front and rear axles, obviously, 4x4 with automatic on-demand engagement, and I do believe it has a bunch of goat modes and whatnot. And let's go to mid package. Is $1,500 more. You got all those prior features plus 2-door intelligent access with a lock unlock, power outlets, footwell lighting, which is kind of cool. Might be kind of I know, cheap looking for some of you, but the more light, the better. And when we're going down further, it'll be auto dimming rearview mirror. I do like that. I think a lot of people do. You don't want to get blinded by the car behind you. Granted, this is going to be a pretty high car with a Sasquatch package, but there'll always be a F250 with a 20-inch lift coming up behind you with like HIDs. So it's always nice to have. Let's see, vanity mirrors, no one cares about that. Remote start, reverse sensing system, that's a good thing to have. Ford Copilot 360, you want that, especially with the cameras and the driving assistance. Connected navigation. Okay, and let's skip all that. Go to the high package. So high package, we got the 12-inch LCD, which is what I really want, 360-degree camera. So my mistake. So this past Ford Copilot 360, I believe, is for driving assistance only and not like 360-degree camera because it's listed here. Additional sound deadening, that's definitely a plus. Forward sensing system, definitely want that too. Approach lights like we talked about, Sync 4. And then let's move on to the last package. So the reason why I went with the high package versus the Lux package, look at the price difference here. It's over $2,000 more than even the high package. So what does that get you? Adaptive cruise control, really don't care about that. Don't need that, don't want it. I would rarely use it anyways. Might be nice if we're out there going out to Death Valley or something and just let it do it by itself. So I mean, that would be nice, but it's not worth thousands more to me. I don't really mind driving the car. B&O sound system, very good sound system. 10 speakers that all sound amazing. I don't feel the need to have a nicer sound system. That probably what already comes in here is probably decent anyways. So I don't need that. Skip out on that. Evasive steering assist. No matter how much you guys want to deny that, this won't help or or that this will help, I think it will. If you're not paying attention, it can help you. But it's not something I would spend more money to buy. So, don't need that. Heated steering wheel. This is where you get the heated steering wheel. Don't need that either. This is what kind of put me off. So, it says smart charging USB ports dashboard 1A and 1C. And that's on the dashboard up top where they always advertise where you can throw your GoPro up there and have like a little short charging cable going into your dash. I thought all of them came standard with that, and to be honest with you, they should have made them all standard with that. But here it doesn't look like it is because it's only listed here. I haven't found it anywhere else. So if that's the case, we're going to have cords that go down to the bottom portion of the dash or center console. I don't work at Ford, but I don't think it would have been that much more expensive to do. But again, I don't know everything, don't know the whole story, so it may cost quite a bit more to wire it up there. I don't think it would. But anyways, that's the only one bummer, but I'm not going to spend another $2,000 plus just to get that, so that's fine. Universal garage door opener. I mean, come on, that should be standard on like the base Bronco with nothing on it. I don't know why you have to spend like $5,000 in order to get that simple little device to open your garage. I have a 2002 Jaguar XJ8 that has it. I mean, come on, by now they should have this in every single car. That's really kind of dumb. Sync 4 with enhanced voice recognition, don't care about that. Wireless charging pad, that's nice, but it's not a be all end all, so just doesn't make sense to add thousands more for something I'm not gonna really be that excited about. Go down here, we already have a Sasquatch package. Definitely want towing capability in case we end up towing, I don't know, if we rent UTVs or dirt bikes or even a camping trailer or whatever it may be. U-Haul if you occasionally have to move things, who knows. But I found it's generally good to have a tow hitch on any form of truck. Okay, let's get into the fun stuff. So this is kind of a glitch on their end, I think. I might be wrong with this, but it says rock rails and it's not checked off here. But this Bronco, the Badlands, comes with rock sliders already here. You can even see them here and it's already stated above. So we're not going to select that just to add another $600 because it might not add it, but we'll just skip over that. You do tube doors, soft tops. They were going to do these really cool, more like sheet metal doors like you see here, but with a hole cut out, look a lot sleeker. But They poo-pooed that, and they're not moving forward with that as of now. Racks and carriers, a bunch of Yakima accessories and whatnot. I think it's kind of cool they're offering this, and you can finance it through them. Even a rooftop tent, $1,800. That's a going rate for a rooftop. You can maybe spend $1,200, maybe a little less, but the quality starts to suffer. So I'd say this one might be a pretty good one because it is Yakima. But again, I'm not gonna get into that yet. This is already almost a $60,000 truck, so I'm gonna stay away from that. This is the next thing I wanted to show you guys. So this is a must-have: winch and winching mount solution kit, especially if you can get this from the factory. Even if you didn't need it, it's just such a cool factor. Very few cars come with the ability to spec out a winch on the car. I think the Ram Power Wagon has a winch. I can't think off the top of my head any other factory truck or car that comes with a winch that you can order from the factory. So Jeep has their separate parts Mopar department, but correct me if I'm wrong, but if you go and build a Jeep, you can't just press this button, add, and then it throws it on there for you. Now, I do think this is a dealer installation item, so it'll come with the car detached or not installed, and then they'll go ahead and throw it on at the dealer at the time of delivery or whatever you'd like, honestly. So, but nonetheless, you can finance it through Ford for your total payment, which is really cool. $2,500. I think it's a VRS synthetic winch, which is great if it's cable and it snaps. Things can fly and injure or kill you, so you don't want that. Let's see. Okay, includes 8-inch long galvanized steel wire. Okay, that's not a great thing. Like I was just telling you, I did think it came with the synthetic line, but you can change that out. Not sure how much that would cost, but nonetheless, it comes with a winch cable, obviously. So there is a downside to that, but it's not going to sway me away from buying it. Okay, and as you can see here, it comes with a separate little bumper and brush guard anyway. So remember at the beginning I was saying it looks pretty cool, but I'm going to show you why later down the road, why I'm not going to spec it out. This is why. It comes with it. Looks like it comes with it hanging over up top. Looks like you can actually take that bar off too with these 4 bolts here on either side, and you can just have this cool flat plate with your winch up front. The only downside with this winch mounting setup, I don't think it's a downside, but some people may, is you notice it sticks out, it comes out, it's not integrated in the bumper, because this bumper is almost flush basically with the grill, because the grill comes out that far. So they had to do it this way, right? If you integrated it underneath at the very bottom, maybe there's not enough room and you still need airflow. I don't know. It looks like there's another place for another maybe oil cooler, radiator, whatever it may be down here. So there's reasons why this was mounted like this, and it looks like it'd be pretty out of the way. And you can see there's a step up here. So it doesn't stick out too far. It doesn't appear to stick out too far. So it should work pretty well. So I'm going to go with that. Looks really freaking cool. So if you have this set up, you do need a kit with D-rings or shackles, gloves, toe straps, snatch blocks. So what's cool about Ford is they already have that and you can buy it from the factory. And if you were to resell this guy with the full package with the winch, factory off-road recovery kit, I don't know. I think your Bronco would just be worth that much more because it's those weird and cool items people are looking for. At least I am. Okay, so let's look at the difference between these two. One's $149. Let's cut to the chase. So storage bag, recovery straps, 14,000 pounds. That's plenty. Gloves. You need gloves for a steel winch cable, especially if there's things that start sticking out. You can definitely get stuck by that, and it can actually pull you into the winch, so you don't want that. Warren Industries 3/4 inch shackle, 18,000 pounds. That's plenty. This is like a basic starter kit. Almost not worth getting, and if you like already have a shackle and a toe strap, and even if you don't, I mean, I'd still probably get them separate. I don't know. It's not a terrible price for that, but still, it doesn't seem like you get much. So this is why I'm going with this guy. So this off-road recovery kit, the heavy-duty one, comes with storage bag, recovery strap, higher rated poundage right here, 21,600, I believe. Tree trunk protector. Tree trunk protector is basically a strap that wraps around the tree. and then you hook up a shackle here. I think this is the tree protector. A shackle hooks up to the snatch block. Winch cable goes around the snatch block back to your car, and you get essentially double pulling power. I believe it's double pulling power. You get more because you're hooked back up to your car. So this is really beneficial to have, and it comes with the gloves, the toe strap, and 2 shackles, which it's always good to have at least 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and select that. I already did. Off-road track air compressor kit. Oh, it's ARB. This is pretty cool. So you just flip the switch, it'll turn on as long as you hook it up to the battery. It's kind of a cool setup if you don't have one yet. I already have an electronic air compressor by Air, which is really good. Actually got ran over and it still works. So I have that. In addition to that, I have a CO2 air tank system. So there's no need for me to get this, but this is a really cool option to have just to throw in there and to hook up. The ARB's got some good stuff. Going down the trim kits, that's just license plate frames. I think we're done here. That's about it. Electronics, I don't know what this is. Lamps. Oh, here we go. Here's some other cool stuff. So you could do lamps where the mirrors are mounted. Those are pretty cool. I'm assuming they're spot lights and not flood. And those are $650. So they're probably good quality. One thing I did notice is if you spec out that large light bar up top, keep in mind it's $1,800. So these guys probably go for maybe around $1,500 if you're to buy them through Rigid, maybe just on Amazon or something, wherever you buy Rigids. When I say Rigid, those I'm talking about the off-road lights. It is curved, maybe. It looks like it's curved up here. So those tend to be more expensive too. But light bar, really good quality light bars are really expensive. So, and it won't let me select both. It's just one or the other. So I don't know if that's a glitch or they only allow you to buy one. I think it's a glitch. But it's just a lot of money. I don't need it right now. And I just don't think it's a necessity. You can add underbody lighting for like rock crawling and whatnot, which is pretty cool, but I don't think I need that either for the time being. So, all right, so our build is basically done. We already went over everything. We're looking at a price of $57,824, $983 per month, which is astronomical, but let's make that look a little better. So let's be more realistic. I'd probably do a 72-month finance with, hopefully I could get a 3%, brings down to $791. And down payment, I guess we could leave that at 10%. So we're looking at $791 with maybe $5,500 down, around there, for a Ford Bronco. And this is the Badlands. So again, I'm torn between the Badlands and the Wildtrak. So Wildtrak already comes with the hardtop, and you'll notice some differences here too. So you'll notice here on the Wildtrak, the handles are actually colored the same as the body, which is really nice looking. Whereas on the Badlands, these guys are black plastic, essentially, I believe. Honestly, I like both. I don't mind either one. This one just looks a little nicer. Oh, and keep in mind, too, with the Badlands, it has the rubberized floor that you can wash out and pull the plugs on. That's pretty cool. I have never had to do that with any of the Jeeps I own, so I'm not too crazy about that. I could take it or leave it. I do like that this Wildtrak does come with carpet. A lot of people don't want that, but I actually do want that. I don't want to call it a luxury item, but I just think it would just feel a little more comfortable. That's just me. What I do like too with the Wildtrak is the color options that it gives you. So it's an all black beadlock, which looks really freaking good. I don't know if you guys have looked on the forums at these guys, but it comes with the all black wheel, meaning it's the beadlock ring out here is all black, whereas this guy, it's like a carbonized gray. So this looks really good, don't get me wrong, but I think this just looks that much better. You can tell too between the two, this grille turns black, the mirror caps are painted like a gloss black. It just looks better. It's better contrast. And let's see if let's see if the top changes color too. I think it's supposed to come with a black top, but it's still carbonized gray here. Either way, it'll look good. Wildtrak, it has some decals up on the hood here. You can get some silly ones on the side that look kind of tacky, so I wouldn't do those. So it also does come standard with the Sasquatch package, so let's move on. So I would do red. Love the contrast with the black and red. Let's do the hardtop sound deadening. Headliner. The bumper I'd leave basically like this, just the plastic one. Think of this as a more higher speed one. The silly thing is, I think this is basically the same thing as a Badlands without all the extra. Well, the main goodie would be the sway bar disconnect. So the idea behind keeping the bumper, I think it's plastic. Correct me if I'm wrong. But just lighter weight. This is a higher speed build, and I just want it to be lighter. That's that. So I wouldn't upgrade the front steel bash plates or anything like that. It already comes with some form of skid plates and bash plates, but you can upgrade them. Don't need that for this type of build. Let's do the wheel lock kit like I explained to you before. Cool thing about this is it already comes with a remote start. So this already comes with, a couple other features that the Badlands didn't have. I really do like the interior more on the Wildtrak than the Badlands. First off, the seats are these cloth camo, digicam, and tan, and it's either gray or gray or black. But I really do like those, so I would take this over the interior of the Badlands. That's a benefit for the Wildtrak too. You get everything else standard too. Let's upgrade the storage bags like we did before. Let's do the 12-inch. It's gonna bump us up a package. That's fine. Let's keep going. Comes standard with the 2.7 and the 10-speed, which is maybe 2,000, 2,500 upgrade for the Badlands. So it already comes with that. Again, we're doing the high package. You already know why. Let's do the towing package. Here's the graphics I told you guys about. I'm not too keen on those. $520 for a sticker that says Wildtrak on the side. Let's see. Let's go up top, see if it. There you go. I mean, I guess it looks okay, but I don't think I'd spec that. So let's go and remove that. And it does come with Ford Copilot 360 package. Okay, so we're gonna add the rock rails because this guy doesn't have them. You can even see here. So I think any off-roader would need rock rails at some point in time. So I just think it's a good idea. $595 isn't terrible for rock sliders. That's actually on the cheap end as far as aftermarket rock sliders. And I know these aren't. I don't think these are frame mounted. I could be wrong, but maybe that's why they got them to be cheaper. But I've heard they can support half the vehicle's weight or the full vehicle weight. So they should do fine. I'm not gonna bash them on boulders too often, I don't think. And then here's all the other options we already went over. I'm not gonna go over the winch. I'm not gonna throw a winch on there because again, it's more of a high-speed build. So I'm gonna leave that off. So this is like a cheaper but more luxurious build if you look at it that way, especially with the carpet flooring and stuff like that. The cool thing about this too is it has a tan dash right here. So all this is tan, and I really kind of dig that. So I don't know, it's just another benefit I see with this package. Okay, so it looks like we're all done. Let's go ahead and see what the payments are going to be. If we change this to 72 months, back down to 3%. 5,500, 10% of selling price, update and close. So we're looking at $744 a month versus $791. So close to $50 a month in difference. Keep in mind, no winch here and no sway bar disconnect, but better interior, cloth flooring, and it's cheaper. And it looks, I'll give it to the Wildtrak. It does look cooler with the black grille and the black mirror caps and whatnot. So I do kind of dig that. So now I have to decide between, do I want more of a rock crawler or do I want more of a high-speed Bronco? Now, mechanically speaking, if both have Sasquatch packages, I don't think there's any difference in track width. I think it's the same, so it's almost the same thing. They claim this is better at higher speed, but I think it's the same exact thing. So I don't want to emphasize too much on that. Maybe I would emphasize a little more on its lighter weight, so it would be better at faster speeds. Um, but yeah, tell me what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section down below. What would you get and why? Thanks for watching, and come out with some more videos shortly.